Hi, folks. It's September 1st, 2022. Just listened to Joe Biden's speech given at Independence Hall. And to Mr. Joe Biden, let me just tell you something, sir. All you did was make us even madder than we were before. You know, I'm a former United States Marine. I worked hard all my life. I was brought up a patriot. My dad fought the Japanese in the Philippines during World War II, and he brought me up to be very, very patriotic. And all I heard you do tonight was alienate us and make us look like the bad people, saying that we resort to violence. Are you referring to January 6th? The one event that you can point to where there might have been some, and it wasn't even violence, it was what FBI incited this whole thing at January 6th. Everybody knows it. Roy Epps and people like him were inciting all of that, trying to get people to go into the Capitol. What other examples do you have of us so-called extreme MAGA Republicans causing chaos or violence or trying to overthrow the country? Are you trying to point to the 2020 election where you say that we wouldn't accept the results of the election? Well, let me tell you something, sir. There was more than 80 million votes voted for the great Mr. President Donald J. Trump. Proof of that. There was Trump parades all over the place. Trump car parades, Trump truck parades, Trump boat parades, planes with banners flying up in the air. Everybody out there with Trump shirts, Trump hats, Trump flags. Everywhere in the country, hundreds of thousands of people. Is that violence? Is that violence that we get out there and support the great president that we believe who led us to greatness, and now you're riding on his coattails and destroying it all, taking it all apart? What violence are you talking about? And we know what you're doing. We know 87,000 more IRS agents, because you're going to try to come after all of us. Have at it, sir. Have at it. We're not going to be violent. We're not that stupid. And all the people that are out there right now in the National Guard and the military and law enforcement better understand one thing. The Democrats are trying to overthrow this country into a socialist/communist country. If they get away with this, they can only do that with your help. Again, law enforcement, National Guard, all the military, they can only do this with your help. You took an oath to the Constitution, not to the president or any elected official. Remember your oath. The FBI is corrupt, the CIA, the DNI, the Department of State, all of them at the top levels are corrupt. But all the people in the middle, they're not. Those are people just like me, patriots, born up to be patriotic. That's their job, to be in law enforcement. But your leaders are messed up bad. If you people in the middle of the FBI and all these law enforcement agencies know of what's going on with this corrupt things, you need to come forward. I'm sick of this being nice with my videos. I'm sick of it. You people need to come out and blow the whistle. We need to cut the head off the snake of all these agencies that are trying to overthrow our country. And the Democrat politicians, I don't understand what the hell you're doing. You grew up in the same kind of neighborhoods that I did. But what are you doing? You're following Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden and Jerry Nadler and Adam Schiff and the rest, and Maxine Waters and the rest of their merry band of thugs, and listening to that complete moron barmaid from New York, Ocasio-Cortez. What is going on? These people, people like me, are not a threat to our democracy or to our republic. We're trying to save it. We're trying to save it. And everybody knows they're trying to spend us into oblivion so the country goes broke and then they have to rebuild it in a socialist communist thing. Now, the only thing they're praying for is for us to get out in the streets violently. Because what are they going to do? They're going to, we need to restore order. We need to suspend the Constitution, declare martial law, and stop the people. But we're not that stupid. We're not going to resort to violence. We're going to beat yous. We're going to beat yous, but we're going to do it at the voting box. Because that's the revolution. Our framers were genius when they wrote these documents, and the hand of God is all over the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. These documents that they founded many, many years ago are fantastic documents. They've been trying to do away with them, but they can't do it. They're too strong. Those words are too strong. People better get this right in 2022. Get to the voting box and understand that it's not the MAGA Republicans that are causing this, because half the country, or more than half the country, is what you call MAGA Republicans. And by the way, Joe Biden, thanks for the phrase MAGA Republicans and ultra MAGA Republicans. Thank you for that. We appreciate the names you call us, because that's exactly what we are, and we're not ashamed of it. But tell you what, we're sick of it. But if you think we're going to resort to violence, you're wrong. You're wrong. You can call out the troops all you want. But I'll tell you what, your troops, I'm praying to God, are not going to follow you into oblivion, into hell. Mr. Biden, you should be ashamed of yourself, getting up there making all those lies. Are you referring to the violence that was caused in all these Democrat-run cities, where they burned down cities, where they allowed money from outside the country to come in and form these organizations like Antifa and BLM and incite all these things and burn down the buildings and kill many of our citizens and attack the police? And then defund the police so the people can't defend themselves? Breakdown of complete law and order was caused by the Democratic Party. Think about it, folks. Think about it. Who's doing the violence? The Republicans or the Democrats? Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and organizations like that are being funded by people like George Soros and from China and other countries like that. We better get this right. We're not causing the violence. We are not causing the violence. These people that burned down these cities, they're the ones that are trying to drag down the Republic, not the ultra-MAGA Republicans. Folks, get to the voting box, get to the voting booth in November, and if you vote for a Democrat, I don't care what they're throwing at you, because all Biden did tonight was just throw out a whole bunch of bullshit. Bullshit, all of it. And we need to fight back, but at the voting box. We're not going to fall for your trap, Mr. Biden. You will not be able to suspend the Constitution and declare martial law. We're going to vote all of you people out of office. I hope as many people hear this as I can. I know it's a little bit long, but man, oh man, Mr. President, all you did was make us mad. Madder than we already were. We're going to be out there, but it's going to be out there in the voting booth. And remember to our law enforcement agencies and military, they cannot overthrow our country without your help. Your oath is to follow the Constitution, not to the politicians. Let's get this right, folks. God bless America. God bless Donald John Trump.